To be shapeless, to be like water. Keep these traditions and don't use them. This is dead traditions.
So Bruce Lee is the inventor of Kung Fu.
You cannot move something without touching it. I try to train my students in a hard way.
Move objects from a distance or burn them, just like we see in some documents. That is...
How can... yes.
This is insane.
Yes.
This is insane. And it really hurts. Hello everybody, my name is Shaya and this is my master Almaz. Today we are going to record an first episode about Kung Fu and its philosophy. Welcome to the podcast, Almaz.
Welcome, hello everybody. My name is Almaz. I'm a martial artist. I have been training for Kung Fu, traditional Kung Fu, maybe almost 20 years. So my student Shada, she trains with me and she wanted to ask me some questions. Actually, I don't allow her to ask me a lot of questions when we are having lesson. I maybe three questions only I allow her to answer. So that's why maybe she wants to make this podcast and ask me a lot of new questions.
Exactly. So as he said, I'm not allowed to ask so many questions in lessons. So pretty much I prepared almost 20 questions already. And I want this podcast to keep going forever. So my questions could be your questions as newly or experienced Kung Fu fighters or martial artists. So are we ready to dig in?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
So the first question that could be so many people's question is, what first drew you to Kung Fu and how did it transform you from a passionate person towards Kung Fu to somebody that does this all the time and is almost addicted to it and his life is full of Kung Fu and doesn't want to give it up?
First, it's very simple. Bruce Lee's movie drew me to Kung Fu. Yes, I was very interested in his movies, in his technique, fighting, and I was so crazy about him. I always watched his movies. I wanted to move like him, to fight, to protect myself. And because in my childhood, when I lived in a village, there was a lot of young children who always want to fight, and that's why I wanted to be strong and to protect myself. So his movies, and he did Kung Fu. I knew it, so that's why I wanted to train Kung Fu.
That's true. So apart from Bruce Lee, did you have any other martial artists, famous martial artists? For example, in my time, I remember, since we're the same age kind of, I remember like my favorite martial artist was Jet Li. Jackie Chan, because he combined comedy with Kung Fu, and that was really interesting for me. But
yes,
Bruce Lee was always on top.
Of course, Jackie Chan also drew me to Kung Fu. Jet Li's movie about Shaolin Kung Fu. At that time, it was very, very famous movies, and all people in our post-Soviet Union, in Russia, watched. And in Russia before 90th, martial arts was forbidden.
Why?
That's what, because of the policy of Russian government.
Wow, okay.
So that's why people hide their movies, their discs, and their books about Kung Fu and karate, and trained in underground like this.
That's crazy.
That's why it was not easy to find real Kung Fu master, and so Jackie Chan also, yes.
Yeah, so it was illegal and inspiring at the same time. It's really interesting, I guess. Wow, I didn't know. Thanks for the new information that wasn't, included in the questions.
Nowadays, it's much easier. You just type and find on Google, and you can go anywhere.
Exactly.
Yes, anytime.
That's true. Pretty much. So for you guys, if you don't know, let me give you a short brief of our school here. So We study Kung Fu in a school called Dao Kungfu. So it's not my school, that's Alma's Kung Fu school. And I found this Kung Fu school, which I'm absolutely blessed to find, throughout Google, and I was, pretty much watching a couple of YouTube videos. And since I used to do Taekwondo in my childhood, I got drawn a little bit towards Kung Fu, and I was looking at a couple of videos on YouTube. So I said, maybe I need to give it a try. Because if you try, you live. If you don't try, it just becomes an obsession in your mind. I didn't know what obsession in my life, so pretty much I searched, and I found this school, Dao Kung Fu school, and I'm absolutely blessed for that. And thank you so much for your meaningful lessons all the time. It's not only about physical body and how you can master your body. It's also philosophy and spirituality,
I appreciate
which I appreciate so much too as well. Thank you. So moving on to the next question is, Kung Fu is usually described as something like pivotal moment of training. For example, when you lay the kicks or when you lay the punches, it's pivotal moment, right? When did you realize that Kung Fu is more than physical exercise? And when was that, and what did you think about it?
Actually, from the beginning, yes, when I trained in a childhood, for me it was just fun exercises, yes, some techniques to know how to fight. But after some period of time, maybe 1 year or maybe 1.5 years, I started to realize that every time my kicks, my punches getting better and better, and I improve them always. So I started to understand that it's continuous process without limit. You can improve your technique as much as you can. So if you live 100 years, you can improve yourself these 100 years.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So that's and at this moment I understood that Kung Fu is not just a sport or exercises. It's a way of life, long way, when you can and this Kung Fu system helps you to improve not only your techniques but yourself through these tools.
Exactly. Wow. This is absolutely delightful to listen and so much enlightening. Thank you so much. Every single time that I have a lesson with Almaz, it's just a bless. I learn so much more. I learn how to combine my Kung Fu lessons and techniques into my real life. It doesn't matter what I do. I can pretty much be walking down the street. I can be sipping my coffee, but all the time, I know that these physical and spiritual and philosophical aspects of Kung Fu could help me develop my life. So it's pretty much more than physicality into it. Okay,
yes.
Great. So are you ready to move on to the third question?
Yes,
Let's
I'm
go.
ready.
So we've been talking about Kung Fu for a while. So do you want to tell us, what does Kung Fu mean?
Kung Fu literally means hard work or time spent for getting mastery in some profession. So you can get Kung Fu mastery in cooking, in music, in, I don't know, making movies, in driving, anything. So Kung Fu is a mastery.
It doesn't mean martial art or kicking or fighting.
No. Martial arts, it is Wushu.
Wow.
So if you're getting mastery in Wushu, you get Kung Fu.
Wow.
You get mastery. You know, first, this word Kung Fu was also, it came from Bruce Lee. Because Bruce Lee, when he moved from Hong Kong to US, he intentionally used this word Kung Fu instead of Wushu, because he wanted to show his students and people that Kung Fu is not just martial art and fighting, it's mastery. It's a way of life to improving yourself.
So the word Kung Fu literally took place when Bruce Lee.
Yes.
So Bruce Lee is the inventor of Kung Fu, of the word Kung Fu.
Yes, it's translation from Chinese language, Kung Fu mastery. So he intentionally used it.
So before Bruce Lee announced this word, instead of saying wushu, which is martial art,
before
he
it was
said
wushu.
mastery.
Yes.
So before that, the word Kung Fu didn't exist?
It exists in China.
In China.
But other world, in Europe, in the United States, they just knew karate, wushu, judo, but no kung fu.
This is insane. This is insane. And it's getting even more
Because
interesting.
that's why Bruce Lee is a legend.
Wow, he is a legend. Wow. So speaking of Kung Fu, which I'm absolutely in a huge state of shock, how many Kung Fu styles are there? If I am right to say that.
A lot of styles. I think it's about 300 different styles.
Wow.
Yeah. And in China, they divide these styles into north styles and south styles, like long fist or short fist.
Okay.
So a lot of different styles.
And what's your favorite style of Kung Fu?
What's my favorite?
I know it already, but for people that are watching us.
I practice Tai Chi.
Wow.
Jiao Bao Tai Chi Chuan. It means Tai Chi. You know what does it mean?
No, I have no idea.
This symbol yin yang. It means Tai Chi. So Tai Chi Chuan. It means the technique or fist of
Chi.
balance. How to say fist of balance. So it's a style when you find your balance and try to lose the balance of your opponent.
I got it. And also the word Chi, which in Hinduism they call it prana, which is the energy of something alive. Like everything has the Chi because that alive energy inside of it.
I understood your question. Actually, Qigong and Tai Chi, it's the different words.
Oh.
So Tai Chi, it means some Tai Chi. Tai, it means very big, very, very, very big,
Vast,
huge. Yes,
huge.
vast. Yes, the limit. Vast limits. So the translation of Tai Chi is over limit. So when you go
Beyond the
beyond
limitation.
the limitation, yes. When you go beyond this limit, you come to your opposite. Yes. So this means Tai Chi. But Qigong, it is Qi. Qi, it's energy.
Oh,
it's
Qi
other
energy.
word, yes.
So guys, this is the first thing, one of the things that I just learned,
Yes.
and I'm absolutely shocked again every time with Almaz in his lessons is just new life lessons. So Tai Chi, it has nothing to do with the Chi that some, Tai Chi, some Chi masters burn papers with.
Yeah.
Or they move objects from a distance.
And
What do you think? What's your thought on that?
it's cheating. Actually, you can't.
I knew that.
You can't create fire from your bare hands. You cannot move something without touching it. It's just movies and mystery and some magic. Yes, it's not real. It's fake. But nowadays, a lot of masters,
Yeah,
not
okay.
real,
So-called masters.
yes, scammers. They call it chi, but actually they don't know how to use this chi.
Well,
Chi is something different. Yes, it's just energy in your body which flows through your channels, and it keeps you alive. Yes.
This
Life
is how
energy,
you,
yes, it's a life energy.
So there is no way that you can move objects from a distance or burn them, just like we see in some documentary movies.
No.
There are
fake.
scammers, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's impossible. It's impossible. And a lot of Qigong masters, they say, knife cannot
Stab in your
because my body is like a iron,
Stone
yes,
rock.
stone, yes. It's Bruce Lee also said, "Give me this knife, and I will show him how his body can stay against this knife sharp." Yes. Yes.
Even if your body is stone rock,
Yeah, it's
give me that
impossible.
knife. I'll do it. I'll stab it anyway.
Because knife has iron structure, yes.
There you
and
go.
your body is not iron.
Not at all. That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. So a lot of also I've watched a couple of so-called documentary movies about this. Those chi masters that they burn with just a movement of a palm. They burn like a crunched paper. I still don't get the purpose of it. Why do you burn a paper and you're proud of yourself? Oh, I finally burned something.
Yes.
Why? And then they say, no, don't film me.
Yeah.
Don't record me because I don't want to show, I want to be humble. I don't want to show my true power. So whether don't talk about that and keep your mouth shut, or if you really mastered it, teach people, at least show people how you can do it. Not like, oh guys, I can manipulate you. I can burn a paper with my chi, but I don't want to show you. So bye. It's ridiculous, right? So maybe then
they just attract people's attention and just earn money.
Earn money and do nothing. And it's just a scam. Yeah, of course. So another question that I have is, every Kung Fu style, like you said, 300 Kung Fu styles are there.
Yes.
Every Kung Fu style has its own spirit, purpose, whatever. Wing Chun's efficiency, Shaolin's dynamism, or Tai Chi's flow, okay? What makes your style unique, and why do you connect to that unique style?
As I said, my style is Tai Chi and I practice it every day. But actually I started from external styles like Hong Gar, but now I practice Tai Chi. What makes it unique? I think that Tai Chi is a shapeless style. You don't learn any technique, or you don't move according to some style. You just move in a very natural way.
There is no technique for that?
There is technique, but the final stage of this technique is don't have technique. Yes, don't have this any style, because when you move according to some style, it means that you creating some limits.
Wow.
So how can you fight with your enemy who moves very fast and you have limits? It's impossible.
Wow.
You must be without limits. You must move very natural, very fast. So I think that's why this style of Kung Fu, the Tai Chi, is a shapeless style.
Wow, that's very true.
But it takes a long time, very long time, to get this mastery and to understand how to
be shapeless.
Yes, to be shapeless, to be like water, like Bruce Lee said.
Oh, what did he
be
say?
Water, be water.
Be
yes,
water.
Be water. When you put water into cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water in a teapot, it becomes teapot. So it means you can adjust to any attack, to any outside situation.
Yeah.
You are very, very fast. You very flow like a water. But if you are stuck in some style, you're dead.
Wow. So it's pretty much relied on freedom. Tai Chi is pretty much, because it's shapeless, then there should be a freedom and wisdom behind your opponent's movements, and at the same time be flexible and be flexive, because you need to be prepared for every movement and don't limit yourself with the shapes, right? Okay, so it has something like a freedom in it and wisdom, freedom and wisdom. But my question is, do you think we should keep the tradition of Kung Fu?
I think yes.
Don't you think there are limitations?
If you get and keep, if you keep these traditions and don't use them, this is dead traditions. But if you use them, they live in you, and you try to adjust these traditions to yourself, it is not limitation.
Wow.
It is freedom. So you use the wisdom of your ancestors to understand yourself, to get to understand Kung Fu. So you use these traditions because traditions is just like notebook, yes,
Yeah.
like I don't know, some books, very important words, which your fathers, grandfathers,
Ancestors.
yes, gone through, and they already found some answers, and you can
have
use
them
them.
ready.
Yes, they're ready. You just need to
Adapt yourself.
adapt, yes, and to understand their teaching.
This is insane.
Yes.
This is insane. Every single day I'm more enlightened. So yeah, and about the balance between traditional roots of Kung Fu with the modern world's approach to fitness and self-defense. How do you create that balance?
It's also Tai Chi
Oh,
to be in balance between ancient traditions and modern world. So you need to adjust modern students who doesn't. I think there is no difference between people, ancient and nowadays people, because
Why?
And in Kung Fu we don't have difference because people fought 2,000 years ago and nowadays the same way. We have 2 legs, 2 hands,
one head.
one head. So no need any other style. If we had 3 legs and 3 arms, of course.
But if we have a pistol,
Yeah,
it changes everything.
it's another topic. Yes, it's another topic. But we just, I think the difference between ancient traditions and nowadays, people may be getting more lazy a little bit because of technology.
Okay.
We have smartphone, we have fridge, we have electricity.
Social media.
Yes. And before people trained very hard, but nowadays they very lazy. But I try to train my students in a hard way.
You do.
Yeah,
You definitely do. I'm a witness. I'm a student. He really does. He really trains us very hard.
Yes, I try to show them how to overcome their laziness, their weakness. So the difference, no difference, just need maybe a little bit easier. Training must be a little bit easier, but of course it remains difficult for modern people.
Yes, because in my own personal experience in childhood, which was with Taekwondo, and now with Kung Fu, I pretty much believe if you don't feel that suffer, that stretch, that hard exercise, how can you master it?
Impossible.
Impossible. So I don't want to stay in a solid line and move forward like a snail. No, I want to take it. It's not about how you can hit and how you can develop only mentally. It's about how you take the hardship of it, the hard parts of Kung Fu or any other martial arts or mastery, it could be cooking, whatever.
Yes.
You take the hard part of it, you endure it, you take it, you learn lesson, and then you react to it.
It's like a tool. You use
Yes.
it, yes, to be better.
That's true. Thank you. There are some aspects and opinions about Kung Fu. My question is, what's the most misunderstood aspect of Kung Fu in popular culture? And how would you set the record straight?
And in popular culture, people think that Kung Fu is a sport, but it's misunderstanding because Kung Fu is a way of life. It's not just kicking, punching, or some exercises for your body. It's united whole system
Wow.
for improving yourself, your mind, your spirit, your body,
Wow.
and keep them together in a harmony. So people don't understand it, and sometimes I see that some students just want to train one kick, one punch, yes, or someone wants to be in a very good shape, or someone just want to be very focused, or maybe calm down themselves, but they have very awful body. They can't even do anything. So that's why I think people don't understand this wholeness, this united thing in Kung Fu.
This alignment between body and mind and soul.
Yes, yes. All these three aspects must be together.
Wow.
And you need to improve yourself
Yes,
in
great.
these aspects. Otherwise, it will be just MMA, yes, Kung Fu, sport or boxing, or it will be just meditation. And that's all.
That's true.
Or
That's
it will be like brainstorming or theoretical, yes, exercise.
Exactly.
But Kung Fu is unique through his
Alignment.
alignment, yes.
Because, for example, even in real life, if we only focus on mind, we go crazy. Really go crazy.
Yes.
If we don't do practical things and we just keep overthinking, we definitely finally go crazy.
Yes.
Or if
You
we
will
don't
get
use
depressed.
and
Yes.
depressed,
Yeah.
exactly. Or on the other hand, if we just keep doing something physical and not thinking, we're absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is no purpose behind our movements in life. For example, we want to study, we want to drink some coffee anywhere, have a conversation with a friend. Or if we just rely on spirit, oh, I am not this body, I am the spirit. My mind doesn't matter. My mind is a trap. My mind is a prison. My body is a limitation of my life. My spirit matters. Then that person makes full fun out of himself. So pretty much, that's why I really respect that aspect of Kung Fu to have spirit, mind, and body all aligned together.
In harmony.
In
yes.
harmony, exactly. So, what's the most profound lesson you've learned from your Sifu, and how do you pass them to your student, like me or any other students you have?
Most profound lesson, I think my Sifu is 70 years old, 70, so he's quite old, and he can show you real Kung Fu. What does it mean? When I try to kick him, punch him, or push him, I don't feel any force from him. I don't feel any reaction. I just feel that my force or my power goes
Away.
on. Yes, gone away.
Wow.
So he just convert my power.
Wow.
And I can do anything. And he even doesn't use any force and muscle.
And he's 70-something years old?
Yes, and I cannot understand how can he do it. Of course, now I understand, yes. But when I met him, it was very
Impossible
excited,
to believe.
Yes, impossible to believe. I thought that it's like magic.
So whatever techniques that you learned for fighting and you perform on him as an opponent,
it didn't work.
it never worked, right?
Yeah, because he convert my power and transfer it. So he used my force
Against
against
you.
myself. Yes. And
No external
no external
power.
Yes, power, no muscle use. That is Tai Chi. So that's why I wanted to learn from him this style, this technique, this real Kung Fu. And he always says me that Tai Chi is a final stage of Kung Fu, and finally you need to get mastery of it. Otherwise, you will always depend on your muscles, on your force.
That's true.
But when you use Tai Chi, you use the force of your opponent.
It's the final stage because it's the wise side of any martial art, I assume.
Yes,
right?
you are like, you become empty. You become empty. Nobody can touch you. You see?
become invisible,
You become
like a
wat-
ghost.
like a water. You see, nobody can touch you. Can you beat water? No, but you can break stone
Yes,
or
you can.
glass.
Yeah, that's
yes,
true.
or even iron. But can you break water? Impossible.
No, impossible.
So the final stage of Kung Fu master is to be like water.
Exactly.
So Tai Chi and real Kung Fu can help to do it.
Wow.
So I try to do it.
And
try
pass
my
it to
best
your
and
students.
pass to my students also.
He has very much valuable lessons and things to say during the lessons. And I'm absolutely blessed every time. I repeat it all the time because it's the truth. It sounds cliche because that's the truth. And every single time, whenever he tells me the purpose of that movement, sometimes I go arrogant in the lessons. I just want to do it very fast and do it. It's so powerful. But when he turns me off and says, you should do that. That's the purpose of that movement. Be focused and know why you're doing that. And boom, next time I do the movement, he says that you did it better. It's even more like visible.
Yeah.
That's great. That's perfect. And the last question of this podcast, the last but not least, because we definitely want to keep this podcast going for every one of you that are interested
And I think viewers can ask their questions and comments. Yes.
Exactly. If you have any questions, please write down in the comment section. I'll definitely put in the list of questions and I'll ask my grandmaster. So the last question is, what's your opinion about discipline in Kung Fu, which is very important because you need to be flexible and yet disciplined, right? And do you think that the progress in Kung Fu or any other martial arts is always ascending, or it could be descending as well?
Discipline. If you even have a talent, but you don't train and don't make hard working, you will not get mastery. You will not improve yourself.
That's very true.
So that's why more important thing in Kung Fu is discipline than talent.
That's very true.
So, of course, you have some days when you not in a good mood, or you feel not patient, not enough. Yes, you don't want to go to the lesson. You want to go home or just lay and watch Netflix, something like this. Yes, and at these moments, you need to overcome yourself. This is the lesson. Because if you do Kung Fu and train when you're in a good mood and you're very excited, it's very easy.
It's very easy.
But can you do hard working when you're in a low level of...
Wow, exactly.
That's why this is the most important lessons in these days when you're in a bad mood. And of course, when you have these kind of days and time, you need to remember that it's okay. It's okay. You can descend. Yes, you cannot improve always.
Yeah.
Your result will be like.
Yeah.
But gradually it will be higher and higher.
Higher.
Yes, but don't skip the training.
Even if you're in a low mood,
Yes.
it doesn't matter. That's the lesson that we should take.
Yes, yes.
That no matter what, even if we're excited, we have so much radiant energy in us, or even when we are down in the dump, we feel blue, we still need to keep it going.
Yes.
And that is the most important
And
lesson.
yes, do you know what helps you to keep? Yes, it's passion.
That's very
Passion. If you enjoy Kung Fu, any martial arts, if you enjoy it, you always keep moving.
Yes, because there's a stereotype about martial art or Kung Fu. It's like everybody's so serious like that. But if you don't have fun in it, you get exhausted.
Yes.
That's my personal opinion as
Yes.
well.
And in one day you will stop
Forever.
and quit. Yes, that's why the passion and real desire to learn Kung Fu, real Kung Fu, it's the most important thing. Otherwise, does it matter? No,
No, really. That's really true. Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Almas. Thank you very much again. Your lessons are always such like meaningful topics to sit and just listen and learn new things. Thank you very much.
Shayda.
And thank you. If you have any other questions, if you have any questions in terms of martial arts or Kung Fu, feel free to ask us and write in the comment section. We'll definitely be discussing this. So for now, hope to see you soon and have a wonderful day. Bye.